míralo. Confío que no me defraudes. Ahora ambos caminos estarán bloqueados. Estarán andantamente observando. Prepare otro cargamento. Llévelo por Sierra Vista. Vamos a evitar las carreteras.
Sí, señor.
Tiene listo para la mañana.
Patrón, un cargamento así de grande nos tome por lo menos 24 horas.
Sir?
Hell of a day from what I hear. Y'all headed out for the night?
Yeah. That's more than I can say for you.
All good things in this job come with a whole shitstorm of paperwork. With this 240-pound seizure of croc this afternoon, it's created a whole new list of problems. If that transport hadn't been caught with a bag of cheap weed in the glove box, this would all be sold on every street corner in the South Barrio by sundown.
It took Sully long today.
And?
Well, Ivan's definitely a personality that takes some getting used to. I mean, his whole team is, but he did everything by the book as far as I could tell. Matter of fact, he's the one that spotted it. If it hadn't been for him, we might all be in ICU right now.
Has he filled you in on the rest of Ivan's activities since his arrival?
Yes. And I am in no way defending him, sir.
Good. Don't. So I called the station chief over in Texas. He had the same problems there. He cleaned up a hell of a mess, but he's a loose cannon when it came to handling other affairs.
So how did they handle him?
From what I hear, the best thing we can do is just wait him out. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. They'll move on from here just like they did in Texas.
What I don't understand is how something like this has been allowed to go on for so long. I mean, I know these are some higher-ups, but someone even above them must have heard something by now.
Unfortunately, in cases like this where the primary objective is being met, all else is forgiven. Ivan produces results, so he's left alone. I can't say whether or not his promise to a boost to NSA is true. But what I can say is this. After what you've seen, nobody, and I mean nobody, including me, can expect you to stay with this guy. That's a decision that's yours and yours alone.
Thank you, sir. But I had to stay, and not for his offer.
Reyes.
I want him to know that everything he's done has been witnessed and will be documented for the day he has to answer to it.
I don't want you doing this.
Is that an order?
No, it's not an order. But if it's something you feel like you need to see through, then you do it together. But you stay back. That is an order. Unfortunately, we live in a time where the sun doesn't have to go down for bad people to come out. You know what I mean?
I'd like to speak with the family from today. See how the kid is holding up.
What family?
The family we retrieved from the cook site today. Ivan's guys brought the girl in for treatment.
Reyes, they came back alone. Reyes!
What the fuck is your problem? Where are they? Who?
Don't fuck with me! You were supposed to bring them in! The fuck did you do, Ivan?
That's enough, Ivan. Let him up.
Go back inside, Chief.
I said let him up.
You sure you want to do that? Doubt my people would like hearing about this. Not that it would affect me any. You're the one who's going to be out of a job.
That's a risk I'm willing to take. At least we get the answer to where a piece of shit like you comes from. Now, I've asked you twice to let him up. I won't ask a third time.
You're supposed to bring them back. You saw the shape the kid was in.
Exactly. We're dealing with an element we don't understand. If we had brought them in, this entire facility would be on lockdown right now under a plastic bubble, and we'd all be getting scrubbed down by hazmat. Getting you to leave was the only way I could do what I needed to get done.
You mean killing them?
Transporting them to CDC.
That's bullshit!
If you want to go back out and dig through ditches, be my guest. But something like this can't be taken lightly. If this proves to be airborne, then they're exactly where they need to be right now, with the lab coats at disease control. You're too attached. Grow the fuck up and realize that it's not about you wanting to do the humane thing.
If it was up to me...
If it was up to you, we'd all be in jeopardy right now! I am this close to finally putting this to bed forever, and if you or you get in my way, I will run you over. I think it's best that we just run our course, finish this, and then we'll be on our way. No sense in anyone getting hurt when we're all playing for the same side, right, Chief? Let's not all let this hide the fact that we did solid work today getting intel in a hotspot for resupply. We're hitting that tomorrow. But tonight we celebrate.
Celebrate what?
Another day that we get to come home from this job. That's reason enough for me.
¿No te vas a quedar a comer?
Hard time finding the place, ladies?
You made it. What do you think, Sluggard?
Certainly not your first rodeo.
Keg's over there.
You good? Yeah.
Sit down or take a walk, but don't just fucking stand there. You good for tomorrow?
Why?
Big day for you. First time running your luck with the Cowboys.
Makes you say that? You guys back at the Cookside were cartel guys?
No. Those were pissant errand boys. Pledges, if they have such a thing. And I know it's your first time. I see it in your eyes. There's still a lot they haven't seen. Been in this long enough to tell who's seen everything and who hasn't. Same for Sully. Something happened that almost took him away. Now it's carved in his face. And it'll never change. Don't know what it was, but he came close.
It wasn't cartel, if that's what you're thinking.
Well, I know that.
I don't glorify them the way everyone else seems to. The only thing that separates them from any other bad person out there with a gun is numbers and organization. Anybody can pull a trigger.
Well, that's not all you gotta be prepared for. It's the aftermath. And shit they leave in their wake. That kind of inhumanity stays with you. Sometimes I think I could have stayed where I was at. Nice desk job in D.C., steady paycheck, really steady. Stayed married. But after 14 years, the same shit, man wants more. She said she'd leave if I took the job. She thought it'd change me.
Did it?
No, Reyes. I've always been a patriot. I have the old man to thank for that. I just grew tired of hearing about the same fucking people helping themselves to my country, my home, my opportunities. That's when I decided to put myself on the very front line and do anything I could to stop it. Give up everything, including a 14-year-old marriage.
Sounds like quite the decision. Leaving that all behind? Somebody that loves you?
I've just had to ask myself, was I happy or just unaware? When you give up everything except that one thing that you really care about, you're able to be the very best at that one thing. Protect it from anything that comes in its path. That one thing for me is country.
Bet a lot of people have been caught in your path.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember a single face, do you? All a stack of papers.
That's not entirely true, Reyes. Coyotes transporting a truckload of shooters to a checkpoint for an ambush. I remember their faces. Woman dragging a filthy mattress stuffed with 3 dead infants back to the family they'd been abducted from. I got on names, but I remember her too.
Just the bad ones, then. What about anybody illegal who's been unfortunate enough to come in contact with you?
Oh, I remember you. Fine. Fine. El Paso. Shane and I had been pulled up with the guys in a shit-ass motel with no AC for about 8 days, waiting to get a tip on the whereabouts of Nesto the Diamond Padilla. Nesto was number 3 on the Chacal chain.
Ivan.
I don't know what happened. Adrenaline from the fight. Being cooped up with 4 guys in a hotel. Wounds still fresh from a divorce. Even seeing a friend get shot, but something came over me, Reyes.